It's Dizzy. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about plumbing problems. Now, just so you know, I am not a plumber. I do not play one on television. I don't make any claims to knowing a whole lot about plumbing. But because of the water that we have from our well, it's acidic, copper pipes, we started to get a bunch of pinholes in the pipes. Now, this is a pipe that's come out of the house. It's been replaced. I'm doing this outside because it's a little bit brighter out here. I need to find my finger. Don't know if you can see or not, but there is a little pinhole right there. And we were constantly getting these in the pipes. And it was a nuisance to say the least. Well, my husband there's a couple different ones. There's one like this. There's one like this. They're a clamp that you put on the pipe. They came with a piece of plastic, rubber, whatever you want to call this. I guess it would be a type of rubber that you would put over where the hole is, and then you would clamp this. And we were getting an awful lot of these on the pipes. And my husband was struggling one day to get them on, and I looked at the size of the hole, because like I said, it's just a pinhole, and I asked him, couldn't you do that with a piece of an old bike tube and a hose clamp? He stopped, and he looked at me, and he went and he got some hose clamps. They do sell this type of stuff in sheets. You can cut it to the size that you need, and I guess he already had a section, and he cut a piece, put it on top, tightened the hose clamp up. Of course, you got to take the hose clamp apart, and voila, it worked. So instead of having to buy more of these, he just started using a piece of rubber and the hose clamp. Now, he did at one point in time get to where he did not have hose clamps. Here's just a couple of hose clamps. Depending on the size of the pipe is going to depend on what size you need. Like I said, they sell this stuff. You can cut it in sheets. You can cut it to the size you need. He didn't have a hose clamp, and he had another leak, so he just put it up and used a cable tie and then cut it. Now, I just had, and it was not fun, I had a leak under my kitchen sink, and I could not find it. It drove me nuts. Last night, I finally found it. There's an itty-bitty tiny pipe. Goes to the spray. I'm not sure exactly what you call that. And there was just a little pinhole in that. With where it was not easy to work on. I'd already taken everything out from underneath of the sink, and I had put some old coffee cans down to try to catch where the water was dripping while I tried to figure out where this was coming from. Like I said, I could not find it until last night. I needed the smallest hose clamp that I have. I already had some pieces of this stuff cut. I had to cut it even smaller so that it would fit. Now, of course, I used a much smaller screwdriver than this. I could not get in there. Tried the adjustable. Could not get in there. Did not know where any wrenches were at the house. However, I had them out at the farm. Took a hose clamp out with me to the farm to check out the wrenches. The smallest wrench that I had, which was a metric, was the correct size to tighten one of these up to the nut. And as far as I can tell, I've got the leak stopped. So if you have just a little pinhole or even something a little bit bigger, because I'm sure that these are probably made for if you have a burst pipe and you need to get the plumber out as a temporary fix. Part of the plumbing has been redone, not all of it, but at least for now it looks like I've got that stopped. I am working on getting my basement finished cleaning so that I can get the rest of the plumbing done. Well, hope you're not having plumbing problems, and I will talk at you later.